It's a lot of Russell Wilsons out here. Y'all just ignoring them because they're not rich.
That's Claudia Jordan, she and her co-host, Cocktails with Queens, Selena Johnson, Vivica Fox, Lisa Ray. They responded to Lil Duval's recent comments about women not wanting good men if they don't have money. Before we get into that, I want to send a special shout out to Laren. Thank you so much, Laren, for your support for this channel. It's greatly appreciated. Everyone out there, take a second to make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Click the notification bell for all updates. If you're new, include new subscriber in your comment below, and I'm going to try my best to respond to all of you. Not going to waste any time here. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Y'all women know you don't want no Russell Wilson type. You be bored out your mind and cheating in a few years. The tweet continued with, newsflash, it's a lot of Russell Wilsons out here. Y'all just ignoring them because they're not rich. Now, do you guys agree with this post? And are good men often overlooked because their lack of swag or celebrity? What do y'all think about this?
I think that's what his tweet was saying, because it was almost like, what do you mean that we don't want a Russell type? Because his type seems to be perfect and right for Sierra. So what really do you mean? And I think you're absolutely right. By some of the good men get looked over when they're not rich.
Lisa knew exactly what Lil Duval meant. Most of them don't think a man is a good man unless he has money.
I think that because of the quality of women now and where they are in their life and the things that they're trying to accomplish and being so independent, that they're looking for a match, if not an evenly yoked, to be able to build and be more aggressive together. And you can't do that if someone is just coming out of school. I believe, though, I believe in a person's dreams. You come out of school and you go into school to become a lawyer and you got 8 more years or whatever. If you can sustain the family, then more power to you. Until he gets out of school, until he starts, signing up with the law firm and whatever, then absolutely, you can do that. But I don't think these girls these days, I don't think that they gonna sit and wait for that.
The men they want don't want no strong, independent woman talking about being equally yoked and aggressive with each other. A woman should not be talking about being aggressive and masculine. Like, is she talking about a woman being fit for a man or a man being with another man? Ladies, if you want a man, the first thing you need to do is stop acting like one. Stop thinking like one. I don't care what Steve Harvey told you. Forget about that book. It's not helping you. And for the life of me, stop trying to compete with men to be men. You cannot be a man. You're a woman. And that's the way it's supposed to be.
That's right. Vivica, what do you think about this?
That comes with maturity, that you want a Russell Wilson type. You stop being attracted to the bad boys. With bad boys, you always think, I'm going to make him, he won't do that to me. Mm-hmm. Or once he meets me, then it'll be this miraculous change of heart. But with maturity, one wants a good man. And, I think that if you're in a comfortable position financially yourself, that if you meet a good man that's holding his own, that you won't overlook him. I wouldn't.
You see Vivica saying that it comes with maturity, wanting to have a good guy versus a bad guy. And that's because younger women, they're taught by older women that they should run around and have fun in their 20s. They should get used up by all kinds of men. And then once they're done bopping around with everybody, they want to settle down then. All of a sudden, that stable guy, he's a better look now. The sad thing is that you have women out there telling other women, these younger women, to give their best years to strangers, to give their best years to people they shouldn't even be dealing with. And then they want to go find a good guy to come clean it all up. Basically, they are looking for suckers when they get in their 30s. LeVar Ball said it best. When you get a woman in her 30s and she's still single, you have to really evaluate her, properly do your vetting to figure out what it is. Because something just ain't right. Word to Keith Sweat.
Absolutely, I agree. Selena, what do you think about this?
Man, there's some great points tonight. I think there's a problem with the entire tweet. The fact that there's a Russell Wilson type. First of all, you don't know what kind of man Russell Wilson really is. All we know is what we see from the outside looking in. We thought that Future and Sierra were the bomb too, didn't we? Before hit the fan.
Now, Selena just lost me right there. I surely didn't think that Future was a good fit for Ciara. At the time, Ciara, she was still in her 20s. She didn't have any kids. She had so many options. But she chose Future, who at that time, he had already had 3 kids from 3 baby mamas before Ciara got with him. In a very similar situation that Summer Walker finds herself in today. So no, everybody could see that was horrible. Ciara willingly signed up to be a part of the baby mama club when she could have picked a Russell Wilson before she picked Future. Russell Wilson was a lifeline. But yeah, I do understand what she said about all these different couples. You have a lot of couples that get on Instagram, they get on Facebook, they love taking all these pictures, and the next thing you know, they're in the news. So yeah, I did understand that part right there.
So now I'm not saying that
I didn't.
I'm not saying, but a lot of people thought, oh, they're the cutest couple. And how many times have we, oh, they're the cutest couple, and then next week they're not together. Now I'm not saying that Russell Wilson and Ciara are gonna fall apart and they're having a bad time. I personally think that they're adorable and I love their relationship. They appear to be a great match, right? But what I'm saying is we have to stop measuring what we want, what you personally want in a man based off of what you see on social media. You don't really know. You don't know how hard it is for them to stay together, for them to sustain in that relationship, or what gets on Ciara nerves that he does could get on somebody else's. What she's tolerating could be something that a whole other woman would not tolerate, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we have to stop with the types and just deal with a one-on-one situation with a man in general.
I understand where Selena is coming from there. A lot of you ladies have got to get out of La La Land, get off of Facebook, shut off Instagram, turn off the housewives. That's not real life.
But what do you think about the all around, the message of the tweet about good guys being overlooked? That's basically what they were talking about. Not necessarily just Russell, but like the fact that good guys seem to get overlooked, that they don't have the money and the swag. Well, I would say there's some credibility to that.
Well, I think so, but then there's also good women that are overlooked. And there are more single Black women than there are single Black men. And those are statistics.
That's not the question.
No, but that's my answer. So
okay,
I'm just saying.
Lisa Ray had to remind Selena that was not the question. She was getting off topic. The conversation's about how the good guys get looked over if they don't have the money. But as usual, they try to flip the whole conversation around and talk about how women are looked over. And Selena, she is right that more Black women are single, but that's not because all of them are good women. They're single for a reason.
The truth of the matter is we have to look at both sides of the coins. It takes 2 to be in a relationship. So if it's a lot of single Black women who are not being chosen, then is there really a lot of single Black men not being chosen? You know what I'm saying? Because the argument that I'm always hearing is, man, it's so hard to find a good man. All the good ones are taken. I'm always hearing that all the time. So are we overlooking these Black men or are we not?
Selena is too old to be acting like she never heard of good guys being passed over.
There's a ton of good women they're saying the same thing. And I think that, we can't just say it's just men that do this, it's just women that do this. The men want the hot girl and the women want the hot guys. A lot of times those are the people get snatched up. I have a friend that keeps dating the same type of man that keeps dogging her out. And I said, your type doesn't rock with you. You need to look outside your type because you're going to always be in the same cycle. And she just refuses to. She keeps going by the same superficial ways of measuring a man, and she keeps getting the same result. And I just think, I don't know about the good guy being overlooked, but I think sometimes you have to maybe open up your type a little bit.
Yeah, and then people like Claudia's friend, they will do the same thing over and over and over and over and then complain to their friends every single time they find themselves in the same problem. And it's always one or two things. They keep picking the wrong person or it's them.
I want to add something to that because what happened to the good old days, like our moms and their moms that used to be with the man, and she gave that man strength and hope to go out there to do what he had to do for his family. She made him want to be rich or want to be on top and want to be able to give to his family. She gave him that because the man is the provider when you think about it biblically. He is supposed to be the head of the family. So really, we're not supposed to be doing too much of anything, but we're new century-old women, you know what I mean, that's bringing something to the table. So now we're supposed to be able to rise even better together.
Honestly, Lisa, the women of today, they're not bringing anything to the table compared to the women from before. That's because most women today, they only bring debt, liabilities, and insubordination.
And all you ladies are all alpha females, got it going on. And a lot of times you hear these studies over and over again, women are outpacing the men. So then, it seems like we make it easier for these men a lot of times where they don't even have to come get it like they used to. I feel like women are just, oh, you don't need no man. Have y'all heard that before? You don't need no man. You've got everything you need. I've heard that before. I'm like, that's not true. Vivica, what do you think?
No, I mean, we all need a partner. You want to share your successes and experiences with a partner.
And if you wonder where the younger women got this rhetoric from, here's the source: the women in their 40s and 50s. And I wish everyone would stop with this whole partnership stuff. Partnerships are for same-sex couples. So if you are not in a same-sex relationship, you are not a partner with anybody. Men and women together in relationships, they are not partners.
I just think now with women that they're putting up with less mess.
That's a good point too.
I think women are putting up with less mess, and they're just looking to kind of keep themselves happy, hang out with their girls. That's why you now hear more girls trips more than anything. I mean, back in the day, you would hear the boys are going on the trip. Now the girls is like, girl, let's roll.
That's right.
That's a good point, Vivica.
All right, y'all listen to Vivica if y'all want to. You see, she's almost 60 years old. So if you want to be 60 years old with no husband and going on a bunch of girls trips, follow her then. You have got to check out the rest of this conversation. I'm going to leave the link below for you to check it out for yourself. But let's go ahead and get the discussion started below in the comments. Shout out to Another Level Fitness, Prodigal Son, Dark Power, Hezekiah from St. Louis, and Trey Shell. Thank you all for your support for this channel. Want to see more content like this? You can support the channel as well. Links to PayPal and Cash App are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.